gentlemen, welcome to another live stream here on Tesla Sundays. Welcome to the one and only favorite series here on YouTube. If you are a fan or investor of Tesla or Elon Musk, yeah, it happened, right? Elon Musk got COVID and so many other things we will discuss today, but make sure to smash the like button and this early thumb up is always appreciative. Then obviously let me know in the comments, guys, and in the live stream where you are watching from. Okay, we have people here already from Israel, Brooklyn, New York City, Belgium, Mississippi, Atlanta, Poland, Romania, USA, so all around the world, guys. If you're not yet subscribed, guys, consider to subscribe and ring the bell. This is also important. Okay, I would like to start, guys, in terms of looking into the Twitter of Elon Musk, okay? I would like to see what he is currently tweeting, and number one thing that he currently is on is on the SpaceX. SpaceX will have a trial, or not the trial, they will have a launch today for 4 astronauts that going up to the International Space Station. Very exciting. After, you know, the first Crew Dragon missions, this is now the second, and look how, you know, fast it went after the first flight, right? Unbelievable, guys. SpaceX is ready, NASA is ready, and they are just about in a couple of hours at 7:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They will fly 4 people more into space, which is great. Yeah, here's some more pictures, pictures of the astronauts, 4 of them, and 1 female as well, which is fantastic. Great. And then obviously, you know, another topic here on Elon Musk Twitter is the COVID testing, right? I mean, Elon Musk was now for the very first time exposed to the testing and the procedures and the results, and he got 2 negative and 2 positive, and you know, he went into this rabbit hole, obviously, because he is, you know, this kind of person that want to know things quite in detail once, you know, he is affected specifically as well, obviously. And it's interesting, you know, how he discusses this topic with doctors. He has obviously, you know, a huge following on his Twitter account with almost 40 million people worldwide around the world. And, you know, guys, if you have any questions to Tesla, Tesla stock or Elon Musk, put it into the live chat, because we will have a question Q&A session in the end of this session, okay, in the end of this live stream. Make sure to absolutely ask everything what you want to know, and I will get to it by the end of this live stream. So stay till the end, and it will be definitely worth it. Yeah, and if you're going into the Twitter and you know, it's basically what it comes down to is that it's basically, you know, the amount of viral load that you got. Okay, so if you have more viral load, obviously you are getting a more accurate testing result, which is, you know, seems quite logical to me. But yeah, Elon Musk basically made this clear on Twitter and share it with the world. Anyway, so let's dive further. There is a new picture of a Shanghai Model Y body, which was spotted at the Gigafactory in China, which is, you know, just the next logical step that they are building the machine there as well. And guys, believe me, I said this many times and I would like to say it again, the Gigafactory in Shanghai is very, very important to the future of Elon Musk and Tesla, because not only it's one of the fastest growing and also now exporting to different countries, but it's also, the one that is, with less regulations. We have seen this with the lockdown in China, after just the 10 days and the new concept, everything was up and running. They can have access to lots and lots of capital over there for cheap capital, guys. Everything, what happens in China is pretty fast. So, a lot of advantages. And I would love to see more and more news about the gigafactories in general in Shanghai, because it's just such a fascinating beast, right? Just fascinating machine that builds the machine, which is exciting as an investor, because this is what we want, right? Growth. And and there is more news also on the front of the Giga Texas. Not only they are looking for people in Texas, Austin, but they're also looking to, the first pillars that being established on the area of the Gigafactory, which is fantastic, right? So I am quite, excited, because also here it seems like everything is so fast paced. And if you think about it, it's not that hard of a architectural challenge what the Tesla factories are, look like, because in the end of the day it's like a hall with a lot of pillars inside, and the people go inside and everything. So it's quite fantastic to see how this is evolving into the next puzzle part for Tesla growth in the US, right? The Cybertruck will be finally in the streets of US first, I guess, and then all around the world. This is great. I remember just last year in November when the car was presented, and I thought first it was a joke, but Elon Musk ain't no joking. Okay, so what is in for the Tesla stock in the next couple of weeks? We have seen interesting pricing over the last couple of 1 month. So as you can see here, the higher pricing was at 463, then the lower pricing was at 386, 385. But I think this is now the range that we will look in. I will post in about 3 hours or 2.5 hours the Tesla Sundays vlog, so don't miss on that. And there I will dive deep into the chart of Tesla. But for Tesla, it's now the interesting opportunity to grow out of a technical pattern, and therefore it will be interesting how they can do that. This obviously requires a lot of news, and S&P 500, and that's why the thumbnail can decide if we see, rather $400 for the stock, or maybe rather $500 or $600. The all-time high, closing the price for Tesla stock was around, just below 500. I think 498, which was ridiculous. Make sure to also follow me on Instagram if you haven't done it yet. This is a lot of fun there. I appreciate every new follower there, and there is obviously a lot to see, even when the content stops here. Okay, but almost never the content stops here, because let me show you guys, I have a couple of videos that you should also have a look later on. Let me show it to you right now, and it's here. So I posted this morning a vlog why the S&P 500 is so important for Tesla, which is important for you guys, because many people ask me, why is it so important that Tesla goes into the S&P, so I go into the history, I go into the regulations of the S&P 500 and so on and so forth. Very interesting for those people that want to gain some knowledge there. And then a brand new format and a brand new video that I did. I visited the offices of the #1 financial advisors in Dubai. Very impressive office. I went there and did some interviews, went into the trading section, which is so interesting. Make sure to check those people out also on Instagram, Century Financial. So those are the guys, very interesting. If you are looking for financial advisors, check them out. They have free webinars to learn about stocks as well. So very, very interesting, guys. It was an amazing day at their headquarters here in Dubai. Then let's dive further into Tesla. I have seen some news which is quite interesting. There's a new cameo of the new Roadster, where they basically put the new Roadster at the house of Leonardo DiCaprio, which is we know that he is very much about sustainable energy and saving the planet, and he is driving up in The Simpsons of with the new Tesla Roadster, which is always fun, right? If they do this, it's just so interesting to see that Tesla is always involved in those cameos and those interesting areas of the internet. But let's have a look now into those comments, guys. I would like to go with you through some questions. So if you haven't posted your question yet, make sure to do that right now. And I would like to start directly with just mentioning where you are all watching from. We have Moscow, we have Italy, we have Quebec, we have Ohio, Istanbul, California, Lithuania, we have Germany, we have San Francisco as well. We have, I saw Poland as well, I think, yeah. I want to make sure, guys, to put the questions into the live chat. Okay, so let's start with this question here. Matthias, let me pin this comment. He is asking, Matthias is asking, in which year you think full self-driving will be allowed in European countries? Well, I think, Matthias, you are from Germany, and I can tell you, I saw an article about Germany wanting to be full self-driving friendly country by 2025, or by 2022. Definitely before 2025. So what they want to do, they want to allow companies to test their vehicles and so on. So this would be quite interesting, because I thought that Germany might be a little bit late into that, but they want to be a pioneer in whole Europe. So in Germany, they will start definitely in the next couple of years. So once it's ready, it will be also approved quite fast. We have also South Korea in the house. I see Netherlands, Israel. And then there is the next question by Remars Augustine. He's asking the following. Is there any internal conflict between Musk and others in Tesla and grid opinions? We had vehicle 2 grid capabilities. Nobody used it. Musk during battery day. Well, I think that if you are thinking about the long-term vision of electric mobility as well as the Tesla long-term vision, I think it's not a big deal that you are charging your car and then giving power back to the grid. Yes, in some areas it might make sense, but once most of the grid has a battery in place, and on the other side batteries will be, you know, bigger and bigger and bigger in storage, then I think it's not that important to have this option, and I think they have to focus on other parts of their success story for Tesla rather than the power to grid option for the cars, you know. So I think, you know, Elon Musk is sometimes you know, direct, and he is you know, a special kind of person, but I think he most of the time is honest. And I think when he says nobody is using it, then, you know, then why further developing it? I think the other things for Tesla, like, you know, sorting out how to build more batteries, because for example the storage section is sold out for years. I think this is a bigger problem to solve right now than power to grid options in vehicles, in my personal opinion. So what else? Oh, so there is a Ihabotnix is asking the following question: what should I tell my barber if I want the wolf look? Yeah, you just tell him, you know, make the sides very, very short and keep a little bit long hairs on the top. This is the wolf look. Thank you very much for this compliment, or I take this as a compliment. Yeah, that's interesting. So then let's have this question here by Stephen Love. Nice name. If this is your real name, then I'm really in love with your last name. So Stephen Love is asking, do you think Tesla will develop car disinfection places that will clean and disinfect the interior and exterior of your Tesla before it drives back to your house after being an autonomous car or taxi? That's a good question. Could be a part of the overall vertical integration of Tesla. As you know, if it makes sense for Tesla to go into a business, for example, they went into the insurance business, they want to go into the foiling business of the cars. So I think it's a very interesting question, but I think, you know, with the overall health situation getting better, you know, Goldman says, or I think UBS analyst said that towards the next summer we should go with the cases towards zero. If this will be true, then you can imagine that disinfection of the car will maybe not be that much important, even though it would be an amazing option, right? Maybe they should have an option that to have a kind of spray. You know, for example, Mercedes, the S-Class, has like this car perfume that it's putting into the ventilation of the car, and then, you know, the car smells nice. But I think, you know, this could be maybe done with disinfection as well. Imagine that you are just, you know, by a press of a button, the disinfection goes into the ventilation system of the car and disinfect, you know, maybe part of your car. Would be interesting. So what else do we have? What else? Let me have a look. Aviat Zamir is asking, the market is at all-time high. Do you think that it will move up or start a correction this week ahead? Basically, I always said, as you follow me, if not, no problem, because let me put the studio light in red. We are having Tesla Sundays, and obviously we want to have the corporate colors here in the studio. Make sure to understand that we have a market rotation. So we have all-time highs for some stocks, but some stocks are still, 40-50% in losses. Cruise liners, airlines, other stocks concerning travels and tourism. So it's always the interesting part in terms of where you are looking at. And I think if Tesla is keeping on delivering this great numbers, this record numbers, then we definitely see more up potential for the stock. And I believe that overall we will see rather a market up or rally even towards the end of the year rather than a crash or something. Okay, so I think soon there will be good news about the overall situation going down, right? The cases and so on. So I think it can be quite interesting in the next couple of days to come. So what else do we have? Let's have a look to Makan156. One of our members is asking, Danny, what do you think about Tesla future when Chinese government benefit NIO more? I think that first of all, this could happen. Second of all, I'm not concerned because Tesla is just, this driving force of growth where they are also an interesting pioneering project of the government. The government want to show that you can invest in China if you want as an outside company and be successful and get funding by the banks and so on. So I think, I don't think that the overall goal is to, put Tesla on the side or not support them as good as NIO. I think there's both companies that can heavily drive, and there's maybe years and years to come until they are close to competition, okay, for NIO and Tesla. And therefore, I think it's not that much of an important thought process or risk, yeah. What else do we have? So Henry is asking, it's not a Tesla question, but Henry is asking where I'm getting my spacesuit on. I bought this spacesuit at Under Armour here in the mall, in the Dubai Mall, at an Under Armour shop. So you are maybe lucky to find, it's you can find maybe this spacesuit in an Under Armour shop, maybe online, maybe offline. Try your luck. But I think, this was months and months ago, so I think that's, it would be luck if you find it. Now, the next question. Chino Corner. Oh, sorry. I by mistake, I deleted your question, Chino. Can you please... Oh, now, sorry for that. So, Chino, please post your question again. Anyway, let me copy the question. So, Chino was asking the following. Yeah, it's I have already the question. So, here we go. So, China's asking the following. Do you think Tesla will hit $500 when S&P 500 make the announcement? It could be the reason why it's been consolidating. Yeah, I think, from again, on the Tesla Sundays episode that I will post in about 2.5 hours, we will dive into the stock chart, which will be important. But I think that the S&P 500 could have a really great impact on the stock breaking out. I would love to see, 500, and we will see 500 again, guys. Don't worry about that. So I think that something like this will be very, very much possible and will be the case easily. I go here a little bit on the edge, but I think easily Tesla can hit $500 when the overall S&P 500 inclusion will be announced, and it could happen anytime, guys. Okay, there's no a date set for that. It could happen, next week. It could. They can meet. The committee can meet anytime and decide. Let's put Tesla finally in, and it should be in, guys. It's such a success story. It would be just the cherry on the cake, and obviously a huge fuel for the stock to skyrocket. We have seen what happens when the stock gets split, right? It's absolutely crazy. So then let's have a look. What questions do we had? And guys, let me remind you, only Tesla questions, please. What else do we have? Oh, Stefano Boglioni is asking if I have already ordered my Cybertruck. I would love to, but I haven't. I would love to order the Roadster, the new Roadster, right? The one that Leonardo DiCaprio in Simpson is driving. But I will wait until they are available, and maybe I will import then one from US, because I think also the first Roadster not only look amazingly cool on streets, but it's also absolutely maybe a collector's item, right? The first one that will come out, so it can go up in value, I think. It could be interesting purchase with a nice return of investment. What else do we have? Oh, that's a cool question. It's basically, it has nothing to do with Tesla though, but because it's an invention of Elon Musk, I will definitely go into your question. So Stephen Love is asking, hey Wolf, what do you think traditional train tracks will be covered or converted into Hyperloop systems? First of all, interesting thought. It could be, should be explored. But I think what I saw in terms of construction, I think those Hyperloop tubes need to be straight. I never saw, bended one. But I have no idea. So, but it would be absolutely insane, guys. It will be absolutely insane. What else do we have? So let me have a look. Yeah, then there is the question by Sylvie Bergeron. Tesla battery swap like NIO. Way too much capital required for extra batteries in stock? Question mark. Not a good idea for Tesla? Question mark. I think if you are, and I love the thinking of long term. Okay. I think that it's important to always think long term and what implication those products or batteries will have, or features the batteries could have in future. With this said, what batteries will look like in 10 years? They will have, 2,000 or 1,500 kilometers of or miles of range. They will charge in basically no time. So the question is, do we really by then need systems that swap the battery? Yes or no? I don't think so, right? Because, the battery systems are quite big. It's like a garage, I guess, kind of a garage where, the batteries got swapped, or maybe like a parking spot area, with an underground changing system. It's not that easy, I would say. And I think that it's not a, optimum. Wesley Henry, thank you very much for the super chat. I think that it's not the optimal solution if you are considering what batteries can and will do in a couple of years. That's why I don't think it's necessary, nor logically that Tesla should go the same direction. We will see who will be right? I mean, just a couple of years, and then we will basically see how it develops. But it's very interesting, very interesting. What else? What else do we have? Stefano was asking if Tesla will be included in the next window of S&P 500. I hope so. So, guys, I think, we covered a lot. So make sure, again, on my channel, I posted a couple of videos that you should go now and watch them. For one, the Tesla S&P 500 inclusion, with a lot of details about the inclusion and the S&P 500 in general, and the best day at the #1 financial advisors here in Dubai. The day, and I did interviews, I went to the trading room. Check out this video, thumb it up, follow them on Instagram. Super nice guys. Let me film in their offices. Amazing experience. I loved it, and make sure and show some love, guys. I highly appreciate if you know what I will do when you like this episode. And another super chat by Wesley Henry. Thank you so much. And he has actually a question. I need to take this question, obviously. Henry, thank you very much. Let's have a look. So Henry not only sent us 2 super chats, which is super appreciative, but he also says, what are your thoughts on Softbank's exiting out of Tesla? Well, first of all, I think it's important to understand why they exited. This was pure speculation, okay? They made, I think, on Tesla a huge ton of money because they entered, during the pandemic and then exited after the stock split. So I think it's absolutely fantastic move by them. They had a specific way to enter, right? With the premises of going into Tesla, and then had a huge plan to get out with a certain percentage. So I guess they made maybe 30 or 50% on their investment, and that's pretty nice if you consider that this is not their main business, right? Their main business is to invest into companies, specifically in startups or let's say in companies that are having the potential to grow hugely, right? With the focus on AI and other futuristic concepts. So yeah, I think nothing that would concern me as of that. So but very good question, thank you very much. And again, thank you very much for this super chat. And guys, if you are smashing the like button, I will dance very much, but off camera, okay? I will not bother you with my dancing, guys. Make sure to smash that like button, and again, follow and subscribe and ring the bell, because if you are ringing the bell, you get notified directly if I'm posting a new video. This is multiple times per day. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and have a lovely Sunday. In just about 2 hours, I will post Tesla Sundays, the main vlog, so stay tuned there as well. So much content. Stay safe and healthy, and I'm wishing you the very best Sunday that you ever had.